Tonight, in our top stories, more than 1,000 derelict vehicles have been removed across St. Kitts and Nevis. Nevis' new dialysis unit is expected to begin treating patients before the end of this year. And St. Kitts and Nevis is developing new climate targets and a long-term low-emission strategy. The details on these stories and more in a moment.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
It's that time again. Kittitian Superstar is back, and we're looking for our 2026 contestants. This year, there are more prizes and more surprises. If you think you've got what it takes to be our next superstar, just upload a video of yourself performing any song to your social media with the hashtag KSS2026, or you can WhatsApp that video to 668-4647. That's 668-4647. Submissions are open right now.
Welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I am Jamie Morris. Minister with responsibility for the environment, Dr. Joyal Clark, says the Solid Waste Management Corporation is intensifying efforts to remove derelict vehicles across the Federation. During an appearance on In Focus on ZIZ this week, Dr. Clark said more than 1,000 vehicles have already been removed.
For the past 3 years, since we started this derelict vehicle operation, or continued it rather, we have already moved 1,000 plus derelict vehicles from the streets, the fields of St. Kitts. However, in the last 3 months, we made a really concerted push to address the derelict vehicle issue. And so far, we've removed from the villages of Keyon 118, Monkey Hill 37, Shadwell 17, around the Connery area 14, totaling 209 vehicles so far. And I want persons to understand that every vehicle moved comes with a cost, over $100 US. Can you imagine that? And we, in the last 3 months of this exercise, we are still in the Keyon Connery area. We have all the other villages to go. So thousands of vehicles can be moved. I hope somebody who's listening me now could have the bright idea to go and find a way to make this their small business and do it.
In other news, Nevis' new dialysis unit is expected to begin treating patients before the end of 2026, reducing the need for residents to travel to St. Kitts for care. The Nevis Island administration says construction is on track for completion in the third quarter of this year. 4 hemodialysis nurses have already been recruited, while the search continues for a nurse manager to lead the unit. The facility will also be supported by a biomedical technician and other personnel, with nephrology services available through regional collaboration. 9 divisions currently require dialysis. 8 of them receive financial assistance from the NIA to access treatment at the Joseph and France General Hospital. Also in local news, St. Kitts and Nevis has begun work on its next set of national climate targets and a long-term plan to reduce emissions. The Climate Action Unit brought together government agencies, development partners, businesses, and civil society for a stakeholder workshop at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort on Thursday. Discussions focused on the Federation's next Nationally Determined Contribution, or NDC 3.0, which will set climate targets through 2035. Participants examined actions to reduce emissions, strengthen adaptation, and identify the financing and other support needed to put the plan into effect. The workshop also began discussions on a long-term low-emission development strategy, which will guide the Federation's climate planning through 2050. The session followed a recent national loss and damage workshop focused on developing the country's first strategy for dealing with climate impacts that cannot be fully avoided. The strategy will cover areas including infrastructure, water, energy, health, agriculture, fisheries, and tourism. On the other side of the break, St. Kitts and Nevis has named its team for the Central American and Caribbean Games in the Dominican Republic, and participants in the Robo-Mindset summer camp are learning how to turn their ideas and skills into business opportunities. More news after this.
Every day starts the same. Before the sun rises, before the world wakes, you show up. You push harder. You go further. You put in the work, the time, the effort, and the sacrifice. Because when the work is done, that's when life really begins. When you've earned every mile, you deserve every thrill. When you work hard, you drive even harder. Your hustle deserves horsepower. Available only at Horsford's Automotive.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help. Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip. With Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
Welcome back. The St. Kitts and Nevis Olympic Committee has announced the Federation's team for the Central American and Caribbean Games. The Games will run from July 24th to August 8th in the Dominican Republic. St. Kitts and Nevis will compete in tennis, beach volleyball, 3x3 basketball, and sailing. Khalil Burrows and Omar Mongari will compete in the men's singles and doubles tennis events, with Watkins Shiverton serving as coach. The beach volleyball team includes Zende Richards, Alcrine Morton, John Ted Hensley, and Philip and Shajane Gums, who will compete in the men's and women's events. Richard Swan will coach the team. Cecil Angel, Divik Osborne, Makari Gums, and Taekwon Rogers will represent the Federation in 3x3 basketball, with Wendell Pemberton as coach. In sailing, Amadi Byron Hendrickson will compete in the men's dinghy event under the guidance of coach Nicholas Dupree. Young participants in the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics Association's Robo-Mindset Summer Camp are learning how to develop their ideas into business opportunities. Republic Bank St. Kitts and Nevis hosted a session on small business development and entrepreneurship. Country Manager Pramila Daniel and Business Banking Officer Shakira Matthew introduced the campers to identifying business opportunities, developing ideas, managing finances, and the basics of starting a small business. Using practical examples and discussion, the presenters also examined how entrepreneurship contributes to economic development. Participants were encouraged to consider how their skills, ideas, and innovations could be developed into viable businesses. The Intellectual Property Office of St. Kitts and Nevis is among the other organizations contributing to the 2-week camp through presentations and technical guidance. Ahead in regional news, the Bahamas, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago are among countries facing new U.S. tariffs under a forced labor enforcement drive. And Caribbean literary icon Ian MacDonald has died at the age of 93. The details in a moment.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice. You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice, nice. Home or away, any time of the day. Credit or debit, right in your pocket. The National Bank card, so many benefits. Oh yeah, the choice is yours. Just come and embrace it.
Live your life your way with purchases big or small. Mango, nuts, breadfruit and all.
You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice, nice, nice.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Blue Tag specials.
Running July 23rd to August 5th.
Essential everyday barbecue sauces are just $7.99. Langer's cranberry juices, $11.99. IGA or essential everyday frozen waffles, $11.99. Kellogg's Special K cereals, $19.99. Juicy Juice box juices, $13.99. Arm & Hammer liquid laundry detergent, $39.99.
And now our value deals. Nature Valley granola bars, $12.99. Quaker Oat regular and quick, $19.99. Act 2 microwave popcorn, $7.99. Wishbone salad dressing, $12.99. Essential everyday dish detergent, $8.99. The Colgate toothbrush, $4.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
It's that time again. Kittitian Superstar is back, and we are looking for our 2026 contestants. This year, there are more prizes and more surprises. If you think you've got what it takes to be our next superstar, just upload a video of yourself performing any song to your social media with the hashtag KSS2026. Or you can WhatsApp that video to 668-4647. That's 668-4647. Submissions are open right now.
Welcome back. 3 CARICOM countries are now facing new U.S. tariffs as Washington steps up enforcement against goods linked to forced labor. The Bahamas, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago are among 60 economies affected by the measures. The Dominican Republic is also included. The new rates took effect on Friday following the expiration of a temporary 10% global tariff. The Office of the United States Trade Representative says imports from the affected countries will now face tariffs of either 10 or 12.5%. In other regional news, Caribbean literary icon Ian MacDonald, the celebrated poet, novelist, and columnist who famously described himself as, quote, Antiguan by ancestry, Trinidadian by birth, Guyanese by adoption, and West Indian by conviction, end quote, has died at the age of 93. MacDonald died on Thursday, July 24, 2026, according to an announcement from Guyana's president, Irfan Ali. Born in Trinidad on April 18, 1933, MacDonald became one of the Caribbean's most respected literary voices. His ancestry on his father's side was Antiguan and Kittitian, while his mother was Trinidadian. He spent much of his life in Guyana, where he became a prominent cultural figure and longtime newspaper columnist. Coming up in international news, the Houthis say they have struck Saudi Arabia in retaliation for airstrikes on Yemen, and President Donald Trump has used the White House Correspondents' Dinner to renew his attacks on the media. The details after this.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always, whole life, term life for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day, through your life's journey, we're here to stay, NCI will protect you all the way, whole life, term life for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always.
In international news, the Iranian-backed Houthis have claimed a missile attack on Saudi Arabia after Riyadh launched strikes on targets linked to the group on Friday. Early on Saturday, the Houthis and Sarola Media said on Telegram that a Yemeni missile strike had caused fires in the Saudi city of Jazan. Saudi authorities had issued emergency alerts for the province. The group had vowed retaliation after Saudi Arabia launched airstrikes on Houthi targets in the Yemeni port city of Hodeidah and a nearby island on Friday. It came as there were no overnight reports of airstrikes in the wider region by the U.S. or Iran for the first time in 2 weeks. U.S. President Donald Trump renewed his attacks on the media during the White House Correspondents' Association dinner on Friday. The event, which celebrates press freedom, was held 3 months after the original dinner was disrupted by a shooting. Trump looked on as reporters from news organizations he has publicly criticized and sued, including the New York Times, CNN, and the Wall Street Journal, received awards. The outgoing head of the association said the dinner would not allow an act of violence to have the final word, referring to the gunman who was tackled at the April event. Trump later took aim at what he called the fake news media and accused many journalists in the room of suffering from, quote, Trump derangement syndrome, end quote. When we come back, we'll take another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always, whole life, term life for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day, through your life's journey, we're here to stay, NCI will protect you all the way, whole life, term life for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always.
Here's a recap of the top stories. More than 1,000 derelict vehicles have been removed across St. Kitts and Nevis. Nevis' new dialysis unit is expected to begin treating patients before the end of this year. And St. Kitts and Nevis is developing new climate targets and a long-term low-emission strategy. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you for joining us. I am Jamie Morris.